Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. This is the Roaming Prepper channel, and I'm having an absolute malfunction with one of my screens here because it just doesn't feel like working. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Today's topic: did they really do this? Well, what am I talking about? Let's talk a little bit about the assumptions that someone was playing the market against Mr. Trump. Do I agree or disagree with that? I'll be right back and let's talk a little bit about that. So, welcome back and apologies for the brawling corgis in the back. You can hear the snarling. I don't know if you can hear that. Um, they are lit. The puppy's in jail again because she decided to bite Bentley on the butt and then went and stuck her nose in Peppermint's little hoo ha, which she did not like. And so the two siblings went after the little sibling and ran her around the yard and rolled her in the dirt. And so, puppy jail it is. So, in any case, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really need to just do a compilation video of all their foolishness of the Texas Corgi crew, who, by the way, is on Instagram. They have their own Instagram page. What the hell are you two doing? Oh, that's the big one fighting with Bentley. The middle sister's down here. She's like, I don't want to fight anymore. Anyway, to the topic. Did they really do this? I'm referring to the Donald Trump media stock. A lot of people saw this. They saw the stock jump, and they're like, someone shorted Donald Trump. They thought he was going to be dead, and then the stock would be worth more. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I totally disagree with that take for a couple of reasons. One, Donald Trump's media company right now has a lot of goodwill, which is like an intangible value. Uh, Financially speaking. Hey, settle down. Hey, silence. They're looking at me under the table like, what? Is there a cookie? Okay. In any case, it's like chill. You see them in the back? Yeah, they're fighting back there. Anyway, before I make this video way longer than it needs to be, um, goodwill is often referred to as the intangible value of a company, right? So if I open Roaming Preparedness LLC, right? And I do it like the guy in Canada does. I have a warehouse, and I'm like, oh, let's do product reviews of the 400 things I have in the warehouse. Come by, blah blah blah. Um, yes, there's a value in the business and the products and the services, but there's an intangible value because I am the brand. I'm the face of the brand, right? You think about, for instance, the girl, oh God, what's her name? I forgot her name, who was at the Trump rally, that she had the names of her son on her forehead. And she's technically an OnlyFans girl, but she's also a political activist for the poor, like a very interesting lady. But her brand is her, right? Cardi B's brand is there. So Donald J. Trump is a large part of his own brand. Now, in the future, obviously, he may retire, he may pass away just because he's not a young man. And then Eric and Ivanka and all the siblings will run the company. But the company has a lot of value. So if you kill the guy before the company is super established, because it's only been around a couple of years, it will lose value actually. But let's look at numbers because that's just my take, my opinion. Let's look at numbers on why. And again, this is not financial advice. This is an analysis of whether or not someone shorted the Donald Trump stock. So here's I'm going to expand this even more and I'm going to make my little dude smaller. So, okay, so here you go. You can see this is from Yahoo Finance. This is DJT is Donald Trump's. That's not bad, 34 a share. I think it'll go up over time. If he becomes president, by the way, he's going to have to divest it to one of his kids and no longer be on the board. Even though they can informally call him, he can't make official decisions. And but again, nobody would be shocked that, oh, Donald Trump made money while he was president. Well, yeah, he has like five different companies. Of course he did. It would be like Elon running. Now, when someone like Newsom, who was a lawyer who made 300 a year, and now he's worth 250 million, but all he's done is politics for the last 8 years. Well, where the hell the money come from? He doesn't own any companies, and he sure as hell doesn't have a Nike endorsement. But I'll stop. Anyway, going back to Trump. So here we are, and this is what this is. This is the price of the stock versus time. It's going back to May of 2024. Now you see, it actually had a higher value back in May. It closed at $54.39 on May 9th. So they had quite a high value going back further. And then it actually went down. And this, I believe, 620 is right after he got he got convicted of his 34 counts of paying money to a porn star as part of a non-disclosure agreement. But that wasn't the illegal part because she consented. It wasn't coerced. They're saying that he miscategorized it on his taxes and therefore he committed tax fraud, by the way. Not that he had an affair or that he gave a woman money. Technically speaking, if they made a non disclosure agreement and he said, okay, well, part of the non disclosure, you don't say anything, I give you X. And she said, I agree. And then everyone, yes. So that, anyway, whether I don't agree with him, having affairs with porn stars, but point being, he got convicted of a very oddball thing, and then his stock went down, and that goes back to what I was saying, that his brand largely depends on him. He looks bad, the stock looks bad. He looks good, the stock looks good. So here we go. Do it goes up again to 39. Then it goes back down, and now everybody said, "Oh, there's this big jump right here." Well, so this is as of I don't know if you can see it, but as of July 12th, 2024, the stock was trading at 30 bucks. The next number is not till the 15th. So let me look back real quick because I'm curious, what holiday was there? A holiday on July 12th, a bank holiday of some type? No, there was not a bank holiday of any type. Oh no, the 12th was a Friday. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So Trump on Friday, that's correct, because remember the markets are closed Saturday and Sunday. His stock was $30. It was about mid-range for where it's been. It actually was running low. He almost gets shot and it jumps to $40 on Monday. Now, if someone was really shorting him, the stock would have jumped beforehand. Do you know what I'm saying? And the way, so this is not a surprise because basically he survived the assassination attempt. I would argue that if he got shot and died or got hit and was badly injured, the stock might have gone down. So, based on this particular analysis, I'm not buying it. Let's do one more. Let's look at Fidelity's take. We're going to look at a Fidelity stock. Bear with me, people. And let's do it again. So here we go. And this is kind of a hinky looking uh, graph. Same thing. It's the price of the stock versus time. Okay, it was in the high 30s. And this is 1 month back. I'm not going too far back. And actually, if you want to go further back, it went way higher in the beginning of 2024. Now, there was a lot of trading going on early in July, but remember, uh, this is around when he got convicted, right? You see, those little bars, green and red here, was financial movement. So let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, that looks weird as shit. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, as you can see here, it jumps and everyone's like, "Oh, he got shorted. It got shorted." They were hoping he'd be dead. Kind of like that 9/11 conspiracy that a bunch of people bought airline stocks uh or they sold their airline stocks and then bought them back like right after 9/11. um, Again, it would have had to movement of the stock would have had to occur days before the attempted assassination, not after. And again, the stock was at 30 bucks at 9:30 in the morning, $31 at 9:30 in the morning on sorry, on the 12th. And then at 9:30 my time On the 15th, it had jumped to 46. So the jump in the stock happened after he survived the attempt because the value went up because he so remember the stock had been up in the 50s early in the year. It dropped into the 20s after he got convicted in June, and then when he survived the assassination attempt, it took off and it was in the 40s again. So, what do we take from this? I don't buy that his stock was shorted in any significant way. Now, did a bunch of people set up their software to be like, Monday morning, I'm buying Donald Trump's stock? Definitely. But if you're going to short a stock, you have to do it in advance. And I know enough to be dangerous. So, again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial professional. But the way shorting a stock is supposed to work is I want to short a stock. Let's say I think Donald Trump's going to go up or it's going to change value. So what I do, I go to a broker who owns a bunch of the stock and I say, "Okay, I would like to buy whatever many shares of Donald Trump stock for $1 million." So I spend $1 million, they give me $1 million worth of stock today. I then go and now I have to give them either the money or the stock back in a specified amount of time, like within the next month or 90 days, whatever. So now I have $1 million of today's value of Donald Trump stock. So I go bebopping into the market. I think it's going to go down, not up. I sell all the stock. You catch what I'm saying? At the higher price. And then I hold on. No, I've said it backwards. Actually, you do it the other way. So you get the money from the broker and you sit on the stock until it goes up or down the way you think it will. Then you put it back in the market, retrieve the money, and give it back to the broker. Or you buy back the stock at the higher or buy the stock at the lower price, give them the stock, and you get the delta. I'm explaining it completely screwed up. I actually said it backwards. But the bottom line is you have to do it way in advance. You can't do it on the weekend when someone gets shot. It's just not possible. And my explanation was absolutely terrible. I actually screwed it up. But in any case, that's kind of the gist of it. Uh, again, not financial advice because I can't explain it very well. But basically, you go to a broker, you get the stock, and then whenever the stock maneuvers the way you think it should, you sell the stock, you give the money back to the broker and you take the difference. It's something along those lines. Or you give the stock back and you keep the change in cost. Long story short, folks, you need to have done manipulation days in advance. The stock jumping the next day is purely indicative of the fact that people were shocked he survived. His goodwill, his intangible value as a personality increased. And so the value of the stock went up in the eyes of the market. That's it, guys. That's it for this one. I'm not buying he got shorted. It doesn't look at the volumes on the trade are not big enough. Uh, and everything happened after he got shot. If it had big jumps in the week before, and then he got shot and then it moved, I'd be like, well, wait a minute. But there was very low volume of movement on that stock until he got shot. So, anyway, folks, that's it for this one. You guys be good, be safe. That's kind of a busted theory there, but I'm sure there are plenty others that are not busted. You guys be good, be safe out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.